Hello, welcome back to the podcast. This episode is all about why I see so many wellness experts not making money. And the reason that I feel so passionately about producing this particular episode and speaking to this conversation is because I've had this conversation so many times behind closed doors with clients that I've worked with across all facets of the health and wellness space: doctors, pharmacists, nutritionists, dietitians, and the same things come up time and time again. And if you could be a fly on the wall, I know that you would feel heard. I know that you would feel understood, and I know that you would feel less alone in some of the stories that are stopping you from making money as a wellness expert or a health practitioner. So we're going to name them today. I'm going to reassure you that a new perspective is possible for you and why it's so important if you really do want to not only make money, okay? Because I understand that that is just one driver of success in a business like this. So if you want to not only make money, but also change the lives of hundreds, thousands, or millions of people, because frankly, in order to realize your full potential and true impact as an expert in your field, you need to have a strong, sustainable business model behind you. One that makes money, not only for your own benefit, for your own personal income and personal wealth, but also from the perspective of sustained revenue that will drive your business forward so that you can build a team, so that you can deliver more programs, so that you can build the membership or the online course or write the book or speak on stages or do all of the things that you know you want to do and could do if the foundations were strong in place. So we need money to create impact. And I want to own that part of this conversation right from the beginning. So there is no shame in wanting to make money personally, but also for the benefit of your business long term. And that is really what leads us into the first part of this conversation, that there are stories, whether you notice them or not, that you may be currently telling yourself about whether you are allowed to make money as a health practitioner or a wellness expert. And those stories will ultimately be keeping you small because they are deeply ingrained, because these stories protect us from going outside of our comfort zone. They keep us safe. They are primal instincts, and they are ultimately, very firmly planted in your brain as connected paths, neuropaths that have been affirmed over and over and over again since, perhaps you were even a child. So permission from even a social perspective to be able to do work that changes somebody's life from the perspective of health or well-being and make money, and not just money, good money, a substantial amount of money, has a lot of stories and patterns of belief behind it. So some of those are, I won't be accessible if I charge too much. If I put a price that is fair and reflects all of the work that I have put into qualifying as a practitioner in this space, if I charge that price, then I won't be accessible to the people who maybe even need me most. And if you live in a country, particularly the UK, where health is regarded as being a basic right, that the government fund health and healthcare, and that where there is a robust public healthcare system, then there will be a deeply ingrained belief socially that this work, this service that you offer, should be free or extremely accessible to the masses. And whilst this belief is stopping you from making money in your business, it's actually also stopping you long-term from creating a business that is accessible. So it's almost counterintuitive, right? Because if you want to have a business where millions of lives or even hundreds of thousands of lives are touched by your expertise, then you're going to require a team, you're going to require resources, you're going to require marketing spend, you're going to require, significant resourcing behind that. And yet we are stopping ourselves from creating that accessibility with the very belief that we actually want to embody. So I want to be accessible is actually stopping you from becoming accessible. And hopefully it makes sense as to why. We believe that starting out, I can't charge this amount of money for private clients. I can't put that price on my program because some people won't be able to afford it. And in that moment, what I want you to recognize and how we combat this limitation is to acknowledge that there will be seasons in your business. And the first season of your business is about client acquisition. It is about getting good at what you do. It is about building reputation and building an audience of people who trust you. It's about getting results for your clients. And it's about sustaining yourself, because the statistics show that 9 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 2 years, an even higher proportion fail in the first 10 years. So we need to sustain you to get to a point where you can create greater accessibility, where you can create more passive programs and so on. So that belief that charging for your service will make your expertise inaccessible is often rooted in a belief that healthcare or health practitioners or wellness experts such as yourself should be doing this for free because everybody needs it and everybody has a right to it. And that is not what I'm discounting. So I want you to remember that that is true, but I also want you to recognize that to get to that place where you can impact a significant portion of the population with your expertise, you've got to start with being able to charge a fee and feeling comfortable charging a fee that a portion of that audience can afford right now in order to build something more sustainable long term. So here's another story that might be coming up for you, and that is that, if I make a lot of money doing this work, then I will be perceived as being solely motivated by that goal. So if I am a wealthy health practitioner or a wealthy expert in this space, people will judge me or criticize me for wanting to make money based on somebody else's misfortune or somebody else's health challenges. And I've heard this from clients time and time again, that they even don't want their audience to know that they have a business coach, that they're working with me. There's this sense of maybe shame or self-consciousness associated with wanting to grow a successful business in case it is perceived that you're only doing it to make money. So you need to get clear on why you want to make money. And as long as you feel clear in your intentions and you feel in integrity with those goals and those motivators for making money, whether it's to live in a beautiful house or to give back to causes that matter for you, if you're clear on that, then we can move past some of those stories and beliefs and step into a fuller version of yourself to show up and be that expert that you desire to be seen as and to be respected as. The other is making decisions in your business from where you are right now instead of where you want to be in the future. What I mean by that is, for example, telling yourself this story that I will have firmer boundaries when I have a bigger business. I will, hold those firmer boundaries. For example, I won't text clients at all hours of the night, or I won't respond to clients outside of working hours, or I won't be a pushover when it comes to changing sessions, all those inefficiencies in your business that you are falling victim to because you believe that right now you can't hold those boundaries because you're too new or your business isn't big enough. We need to flip that script. You need to hold boundaries now and be firm on those boundaries so that you can build a business that is profitable and efficient now, because that's how you want your business to run in the future. So holding those boundaries firm now will benefit you in the long term, and remembering to make decisions in your business from where you want to be rather than perhaps where you are right now. So the next thing is that perhaps you are expecting yourself to know how to build a successful, profitable business in the wellness industry. This is another reason that I see as stopping wellness experts from being financially successful, from making money. is this expectation that you should already know how to build a business, that you should know how to sell, that you should know how to market yourself. And here's a little reality check for you. And I mean this with the deepest and sincerest love and respect. You have spent your precious time and money qualifying in your area of expertise, which might be as a therapist or a nutritionist or a hypnotherapist or a movement coach. And the thousands of pounds or dollars or even tens of thousands that some of you may have spent on university level qualifications have taught you how to deliver and execute a result for your ideal client. None of that, with the exception of perhaps some of these courses that have maybe one module on building a business, none of that has prepared you for all of the challenges and hurdles that you will need to overcome in building a reputation, in building authority in the marketplace, in building and structuring a program that sells, in marketing yourself and attracting leads into your business in an automated way, in onboarding clients, all of these things that I teach my clients. You need to stop expecting yourself to know these things, because that is a whole other science that you're going to go on a journey, or you're on a journey currently to understanding. So giving yourself permission to not need to know it all is going to really help you to realize your potential, because instead of expecting that of yourself, you're going to start making decisions to invest in your knowledge, to be learning not only and refining your area of expertise, but also an understanding of the science of building a business. Okay. The next thing is that you may not yet have a clear business model. And this really is a continuation of my last point, that you need to have a clear business model. You need to understand how to attract clients into your business. We call that lead generation. You need to understand how to nurture and build trust with that audience of leads once they are in your business. And you need to learn how to sell to that audience. You also need to understand how to deliver value, how to execute your expertise in a program that gets your client results efficiently in a way that they want to talk about with other people, so that you get that referral business. So all of these things come together to create what we call your business model. And if you haven't got a clear business model, then you are going to struggle to grow a business efficiently and in a way that doesn't completely exhaust you, in a way that doesn't have you end up completely depleted or suffering from the symptoms that you, so-called as an expert, solve for your clients. Okay, that's the ultimate irony, and I see it all the time. Wellness experts who are struggling with their own health and running on empty. And then finally, that perhaps you aren't giving yourself permission to get support in other areas of your life, and therefore you're not actually able to put the energy and attention needed onto your business. You're treating it as a side hustle, or you're treating it as a hobby. And when you give mediocre effort and attention to your business, you will get mediocre results. So where do you need to accept support or ask for support, maybe in other areas of your life? So we talked about getting support to understand how to build a business, but where can you also accept support or ask for support in other areas of your life? For example, and this is not what my life looked like when I first started my business, but now as a business owner where I have a team and, we have a significant sized business across our different products and services, we require additional support for me in my personal life. So, for those of you who don't know, my husband and I run our business together. We have a little boy. We have childcare support. We have a nanny that looks after Lockie 4 days a week. We have a cleaner that comes to our house because, all of those things detract from time that I know I could be spending in my business. And like I said, it wasn't like that from the beginning, but certainly there has been an emphasis for me on making sure that this business is given the serious attention and devotion that it needs if I want to meet my revenue goals, and the same will be true for you. So not playing small with regard to the time and energy that you can dedicate to your business, seeing this as a legitimate business, seeing yourself as a legitimate business owner, an entrepreneur, instead of somebody dabbling in business, and therefore giving yourself permission to get support with other responsibilities that you may have in your life and building up that support over time if there's a financial consideration involved, so that you can give this the time and energy that it needs. And then the final thing before I finish this episode is just a reminder that one of the things that might be keeping you stuck, one of the things that might be stopping you from making money as a wellness expert, is actually just a belief that it's possible for you, that it is possible to charge the fees that you want to charge, that it is possible for you to be seen as an authority and an expert in your field, that it's possible for you to speak on stages, to be a best-selling author, that it's possible for you to have programs that sell out, that it is possible for you to have a wait list of clients wanting to work with you, that it's possible that you have an audience of people and a community around you that love what you do and want to be part of your world. You have to believe that that is possible for you. And one of the best ways to build that belief, and it is a muscle, you want to build it over time, it won't happen instantly, it won't be an aha moment, is to put yourself in circles with other experts in this space who are doing big things, who are charging the type of money that you want to charge, who are selling programs like the ones that you want to sell, who are writing books like the ones that you want to write, who are being seen as experts in their fields. And, frankly, the best way to do that, in my humble opinion, is to get inside a program or get inside a coaching program or community where you can surround yourself with those people. Equally, I have a free Facebook group. I'm going to link it in the show notes for you so that you can come and be part of that community where you can see possibility, you can see opportunity for collaboration, and you can ultimately set your sights on a bigger vision for yourself that you can and will fully realize if you stick with it. I hope that this has been helpful. If it has, I would love for you to give me some feedback. Come and connect with me on Instagram at Lauren Arms. Send me a DM if you're ready to take the next steps and grow your business, understand how to grow your business and master the business side of things. Otherwise, as always, come back and tune in to the next episode. And I look forward to having you with me for that. See you soon.